Hi, and welcome to our Legend of the Five Rings playthrough. We are playing Winter's Embrace. It is a court game, and these guys are going to be going through court and making some deals with other clans and factions. So join me, Corey, the Game Master, and Tarek, Crystal, Matt, and Josh. So with that, let's just get right to it. You're in the library.
And you hear this really strange rumor spreading around.
Whispers.
Maybe not quite yet.
I was not involved. But
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
totally
Kanye
interested.
and
the flames.
Togashi, yeah, we're all good friends.
I have heard heard such rumors before.
Oh,
I did not want to mention any of it, but I had my suspicions.
So you walk into the library, and Doji Chioe is there reading some scrolls. And as you approach her, Kakita Shisui gets in your path.
Oh,
Hey
I was
there,
about to say, if I see her there, like just reading scrolls, I'll kind of like saunter up and
Oh yeah,
kind of coyly.
Shisui,
and
Shisui gets right in your way. Hi there, Kage.
Ohio gozaimasu. Ida-san, I was not aware that you were here at Winter Court. I am glad to see that you had the time.
Did you forget me
You-
already?
Oh, of course not. How could anyone forget someone such as you? I simply did not realize that you were in
Hi.
attendance.
I was at the... I believe I was at the, at Kita Ryoku's, tea ceremony.
Ah, it must have slipped my mind. It was a my attention must have been elsewhere.
Well, let's keep you more focused.
Indeed. It is court after all. How have you been? Have you had your rice today?
Of course, I've had my rice today. I'm sure you've had your rice today too. I'm
Indeed.
doing lovely. I am doing my job. I hope
As we all are,
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that.
representing our clan.
What unsavory task will she dole out this time?
Well, I was here to hopefully borrow some time of Doji Chioe-san. He is serving as a handmaiden for Kikita Ryoku.
Indeed, and I am serving as her Yojimbo.
Of course.
And-
A woman in her stature would deserve none less.
I am tasked with making sure she's safe and keeping ne'er-do-wells away from her.
I look around and go, well, it seems like you have done quite a good job.
I
Stowing her away in a library at the top of the towers of the palace. I do not know of a more safe and secure place that one might store a woman of such grace and beauty.
She comes here on her own. Trust me. If I had my way, this would not be the place.
Just store
Well,
her in the treasury.
I'm glad to know that she still has a passion for learning and growth.
Well, whatever you have to say to Doji Chioe, I'm sure you can say to me as well. Or is this for her ears only?
Well, I am arriving to speak with her about official clan business, and I was hoping to entreat her assistance in arranging a meeting with Kikita Ryoku. A formal meeting, that is.
Oh. Well, that seems perfectly reasonable.
I do not I give her an over-exaggerated look of confusion and go, I do not know what you mean. Of course, my requests would always be reasonable. Of a woman in such stature as she.
Well, how do I know we've really moved on? That we're all adults now and we can act like adults.
I look down and kind of brush off my clan mon, my Emerald Magistrate badge, and go, certainly we have learned that we have all grown from our challenges and our adventures through life. I, much like yourself or Doji-san, have committed myself to the duties not only of my own clan, but those duties that are held up at the imperial level. I seek to continue such duties and success for the rest of my life.
Living up to responsibility. It's a good lesson for us all, correct? So,
Indeed.
how about we live up to our responsibility and talk about, before we talk about anything that you need from Doji Chioe, talk about what you owe her, perhaps.
Give her a crooked eyebrow. Interesting request. Pray tell, what do I owe Doji-san?
Well, Doji-san is getting ready for the next stage of her life. This would free you. Very much so. There would be no more that would be necessary for you in the Crane clan. This is a payment in full.
And as such, I am required of doing
Making sure that Doji Chioe moves on to this next life. That is all. That her future is happy. And that the future that is envisioned for her comes to fruition.
I can say with earnesty that her best interests, I am sure, align with my best interests, and I would do what I can to ensure that her future is happy and fruitful.
I'm so happy to hear that. Doji Chioe is entering the poetry competition tomorrow, and she will be in the play next week. And she needs to make sure, we need to make sure that she has a very good showing. That people notice her. That there's a buzz about Doji Chioe. If we can achieve this, then you there's nothing, there would be, she would be put in a place where anything that has been done in the past would be of no consequence anymore, ever, at all.
Let us ensure that
let me put it this way. I couldn't make requests of you anymore. I would have no feet to stand on.
Steal Chioe away. Sweep her off her feet.
Let us hope that rumors and lies do not abound in the halls, the esteemed halls of the Crane clan. And let us look forward to a great demonstration put on by Doji Chioe, an up-and-coming artisan of the Crane clan. But in order to do so, and in order for me to ensure that she thrives in such a position, I would need time to discuss with her and help her to refine her skills. As an accomplished poet and playwright myself, I can only offer what guidance I have and what assistance I can once the demonstration commences.
Pledging yourself to this goal, I would be happy to give you all the time you need with Doji Chioe for official business.
Then perhaps we have an accord, Ida-san.
Very well, Kage. Please conduct your business.
I smile but give her a stink eye as I offer a polite bow and then move past her. And I will bow very graciously to Doji Chioe.
Okay. Doji Chioe is reading scrolls of poetry.
But of course.
It looks like she's studying.
I'll like use the moment to take to intrude upon whatever she's reading and try to catch the author's name to see if I recognize it.
You can make a culture check.
Culture air, I'm assuming, to analyze.
Yes.
Or maybe survey.
I'll let you do either. Yeah, survey or analyze.
I'll go water. 2 successes and an opportunity.
Okay, you recognize the author. This is poetry that has won competitions before in the past. And you notice how this competition works. The poem has to have harmony of all of the elements in it. And so these are harmonious. Harmonious, thank you. Harmonious poems.
Okay, so they're basically graded on incorporating different elements into the poem and making sure that each element is incorporated harmoniously with the others.
Exactly.
In balance.
In balance, as in earth, air, water. So
Fire
in this
and
way,
void.
it's metaphor, meter, ideas, meanings, and resonance.
Okay. I will bow, and as I rise up, I will like give a clearing of my throat to try to draw her attention and say, fastidious as ever, Doji-san.
Oh, Ikoma-san. I'm sorry, Ikoma-san. What's your name again now?
Of course, I'm going by Kage.
Yes, I'm really sorry. Please sit down.
Of course, it is no trouble. Of course. I will take a
Of course,
seat.
I want you to sit. Please, sit down. I'm just studying some poetry for the poetry competition tomorrow. I can take a break.
Well, if you'd like, I have a history of being a poet myself, and I'd be more than happy to assist in your studies.
You don't
if
have
you'd
to
like.
remind me that you're a poet.
Well, sometimes it is easy to forget the skills and associations of others, and I would not fault you for doing so.
Look, don't get me wrong. I only forgot your name because it's new. I didn't forget you.
Well, I appreciate that you hold a place in memory for me. I do not think of myself as any more important than any others that you might have encountered. But I still do wish to show a sign of friendship and offer whatever assistance I can if you do seek to participate in the poetry competition.
Well, I'm kind of wondering why you're here. Like, Shisui is rather protective of me. And
Of course.
She knows about our history. I'm pretty sure that She doesn't like you very much.
Oh, okay, so this is the lady that you...
Yeah. Exactly.
Which none of us know about.
Well, I think maybe you and Matt may have reason for suspicion, considering how poorly I treated the Kikita so many times, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, like, we know that for some reason you don't like her. But that's it.
Yeah. I've been pretty tight-lipped about it, yeah. But rumors abound. I don't know if any of y'all have heard the rumors, but I'm sure if you were really interested, you could probably dig up some rumors.
Oh, by the way, give yourself whatever bonuses you need for blackmail. I believe you get
Blackmail?
a void.
Yeah, I get a free void point.
Oh, yeah. Your disadvantage or whatever.
And a few extra
I literally
EXP
have
points.
the blackmail disadvantage. Blackmailed. Well, while I understand that Kikita-san may not think highly of me, I allayed her concerns by informing her that the reason for my seeking you out is purely for official reasons. The Lion Clan have some concerns about activities that are taking place on our border, between the border of Lion and Crane, and in hopes of mending those relationships and seeing to it that no further hostilities erupt from them, I wanted to see if I could steal a moment of your time to arrange a formal meeting between myself and Kikita Ryoku. It is quite a request, but perhaps I can make up the cost of such a request by assisting you in the poetry competition.
Well, I'm sure I can arrange a meeting with Doji Ryoko. Kikita Ryoko. She's, it's no trouble at all, of course. I wouldn't want to take you away from any of the other court things that you're doing here to help me with this poetry competition.
I had no other demands on my time for today and felt like it would be best used, honestly, in preparation myself. So if I can assist you in preparation while I prepare myself for the competition, perhaps it is of mutual benefit, both of us.
Kage-san, this isn't... I don't want to accuse you of anything, but you're not trying to take advantage of our relationship for some sort of advantage in the competition.
Yeah, I wish to participate more for my own entertainment than for any grand idea of reputation or some hope of winning the competition. I'm merely a humble artisan who is learning to grow my skill. That being said, I like to think that we are friends. Perhaps not as close as we once were, but if I am able to assist a friend in furthering their own career or furthering their own goals, why should I see fit not to?
Well, you do have quite the friends that you hang out with, the friends that you keep are very different. So I don't see why we couldn't study together.
Indeed. The friends that I normally keep also have their own concerns and interests and clans to represent, and I would not draw attention from their busy schedules either. If I had nothing else to do, I may be drawing on them and weighing their time down. Perhaps my time is best spent doing something more productive.
Well, Kage-san, if this poetry competition, I must say, this poetry competition is extremely important to me. And if if you do take advantage of the situation, I would be extremely heartbroken. But
Koji-san.
I will trust you on this. Let's make poetry like we used to.
I think that is a great idea.
Okay, so
And I'm glad that you put your trust in.
you can meet with Kikita Ryoko tonight. She'll set that up.
Okay. I will do my damnedest, do everything within my power to ensure that she has a leg up. I have an advantage in history that allows me to know where I can draw any information that I look for.
So I will let you help her in one of the 5 areas: metaphor, meter, ideas, meaning, or resonance.
Given that I'm in a coma and my passion is for provocation and like emotional draw, I think the best place for me to help would be resonance. To make sure that
resonance wouldn't be resonance is not history, and it is void. It is void focused.
What's fire focused?
Ideas, novel ideas, coming up with the new.
Okay, I'll do novel ideas then.
History won't work for that either. History will work for metaphor, or history will work for metaphor and earth. Yeah.
So I do also have Fukurokujin's blessing, which helps me to complete research at an even faster pace. So maybe I can use, which is a fire focus.
So if you want to help her with novel ideas, it's going to be culture.
Okay.
So culture fire.
Culture fire. Perfect. And I will spend that void that I just got. And also my Fukurokujin blessing will allow me to re-roll 2 of these dice if I need to. So here we go. Fire and not water. Why is that on water? Okay, there we go. Oop. Okay, I'm going to, just because I feel like it's going to be necessary, I'm going to re-roll the 2 opportunity with strife on them.
Okay.
See if I can get anything better on that. Okay.
Yeah, you can.
So I will keep the 2 explosive successes, the success without strife, and the.
Okay.
And
wow.
Let me
With
re-roll
all of
those 2
that,
explosives.
I am going to give
Explode
you.
your exploders.
So what I'm going to do is, when you make your poetry roll tomorrow during your fire roll, I am going to give you. You can change any one of your dice to be a success without strife.
Okay. Let me re-roll those 2 explosive successes. Okay, cool.
Make it an explosive success, and we got a deal.
I'm going
No.
to. Is there anything I can do to ensure that she gets that this assists her in some way?
Yes, she will be able to get a change one of her fire dice to a success, and you'll be able to change one of your fire dice to a success as well.
All right.
Okay, that's it for the afternoon. We can move on to evening.
Probably about that time is when it dawned on me on what I just said.
Or does it at all, ever?
Wouldn't.
Good question.
Oh God, what did I say?
So,
why is she acting so weird about this?
Why is
So
it?
that's
about it.
Togashi Tatsuo is going to the Mantis Clan house. Kage is going to court. So where is Shiba Noe and Hida Nozomi going?
I guess I'm heading back to the Crab Clan house to see if I can find an appropriate Yusuke to talk to.
All right. And Shiba-san, where are you going?
Yeah. I'm going back to the Phoenix Clan to take care of a fire.
What
Okay,
kind of fire?
let's start with Shiva first.
Oh God.
Shiva-san, what are you doing in the Phoenix household, and what's this fire you're talking about?
The dawning of what I say, since my character has a tendency to replay things in his head of events over and over.
Like, why did she act this way?
Yeah, and then she's like, wait, wait a second. She's asking me a lot about Chaga. Oh no! Immediately start writing something sealed. Whether it's checked or not, I'm sealed.
Okay, you write a letter.
I write a letter.
I really like you.
By the way, I want to give a shout out to Garak Hamar in our stream. Welcome to our L5R playthrough. We're doing Winter's Embrace, which is an adventure, pre-made adventure.
Oh god, it's all court stuff.
It's all court stuff, and these people that are with me, they are socially awkward.
Nani
single-
Komakage.
He's gliding through this. So I quickly write two letters onto Doji Hatsukina, clarifying my intent towards her, and clarifying my relationship with
Chagatai?
Moto Chagatai. The second letter,
Are you gonna ask her out?
straight up.
Okay.
And the second letter is going directly to Moto Chagatai, warning of my my error.
Beware, there
And
may
to
be
beware of
rumors.
rumors that might go spreading about.
As he reads the letter, I have many regrets.
Now, the awkward thing is if you were to write back with the same intention, I have no clue where he stands.
Probably not quite there.
How did I become friends with this imbecile again?
Oh, man.
L5R, the abridged series.
Okay. You make those letters. Anything else you're doing tonight?
Let's see. Oh, yes. I know she probably doesn't like me, but I'm gonna make an attempt anyway. I'm going to get in contact with what's her name? Hope I don't lose those notes. Kasuga Yumiko of the Tortoise Clan.
Yes.
To see if I can rectify the bad things that I've done, and to see if I can actually strike up some commerce to help fund the Phoenix needs for the needing to raise Koku essentially to restore the shrines.
Okay. She'll come to the Phoenix household as is appropriate.
Mm.
So she arrives and comes to see you.
Hello, welcome.
Shiba-san! Oh, it's a pleasure. What do I owe this?
Yes, I feel that my my actions in the past have um, soured our relationship, and I would like to patch that up. If I can be frank and forthright.
Shiba-san,
Yes,
um, you're an Emerald Magistrate.
correct.
And you came to my town and turned it and turned it upside down in the name of justice.
Correct.
There is nothing you need to apologize for.
Well, I feel I have interrupted the business that the Tortoise Clan worked so hard to create, and I wanted to see if we can come to an arrangement where we can both benefit in the ways of commerce.
That is a highly insightful thing for you to say, Shiba-san. But I must warn you that speaking in commerce is below the station of most samurai.
Indeed, but I am not normal samurai.
You are not. In what way?
I am simply a meat popsicle.
You are, you are Buge, you are, Shugenja, you are Emerald Magistrate. I don't understand what you're saying.
I am indeed a Shugenja. However, most Shiba are known for being Bushi. For one, I had the rare talent to become a Shugenja, and I was only with help.
Doesn't this elevate you in the eyes of the Phoenix? If I understand Phoenix culture correctly, to become a Shugenja is to ascend to a higher role than a Bushi would be.
Indeed. However, I'm also thinking that one must understand the others that hold up the clan, and that goes down even towards things that are beneath us. For if we have no pillars to support, how are we able to stand?
I must say, can I be blunt with you for a moment,
Please.
Shiba-san? I don't think you have the stomach for it.
And that's why I'm asking for a partnership. Or you do have the stomach for it. And my clan is in need of assistance.
So you're speaking as a Phoenix.
I'm speaking as both.
Are you speaking as an Emerald Magistrate?
I speak as myself, I speak as an Emerald Magistrate only for legality reasons. However,
Let's say there's something extra legal that is a pillar.
correct.
Have you come upon anything like this in the past, in perhaps one of your Emerald Magistrate cases?
I have not.
Actually, you have.
It.
Kinda.
Remember your
Sorry, I didn't
very
get-
first. Think back to your very first game, the Castle of the Emerald Magistrate, and how that
Yeah.
panned out.
Right.
That was a long time ago.
Are
That's
you
over a year
sure
ago.
these are your findings?
Yeah, exactly.
Hmm.
Oh wow. Yeah.
You guys are all realizing I'm just like lost this game.
You don't remember what we discovered while we were at the Castle of the Emerald Magistrate when we were learning about the death of Koji Satsume, the old Emerald champion?
That he was involved in the Kolat.
He was sending letters back and forth between him and the Kolat and trying to figure out what was going on because he felt like the Empire was about to explode. But we gave our truthful report to the Kitsuki rather than hiding the details.
Um.
Of course, the way I felt about that was we just give them all the facts and then it's up to them how they use it.
Yep.
No. I move in a forward line.
So, she'll say, if you've never had the opportunity to understand these pillars in work as an Emerald Magistrate, how am I supposed to work with you when I don't know how you'd react to the things you'd see?
Well,
Let me give you a story. And as an Emerald Magistrate, you'll tell me what you would do. You see a man beating a dog in the street. That is the story. How do you react?
my reaction would be what transpired to cause the man to beat the dog, and what did the dog do to deserve such punishment? That would be my reaction. I would need information to understand the full picture.
And what would you do if the man simply said, "This is my dog, and I can do what I wish to him"?
I would respond with, this poor creature that you decided to care for, I would interrogate him.
You are far too honorable of a samurai, and it would be a shame. It would be a detriment to the Empire to see you with to see you come with me to these underbellies, to these these pillars that should remain hidden. You are in a different world, Shiba-san, and this is okay. In fact, the tortoise understand these things more than any other clan. We are the guardians of Odo Sanuchi. This is what we were tasked with long ago by the Emperor. And many believe we are in dereliction of our duty. That is a shame. That is a shame because people don't understand. And your willingness to try and understand is admirable. But I think you'd be better served simply looking at the Tortoise Clan and understanding that we are in dereliction of our duty. We don't at all protect Odo Sanuchi. I'm going back after this to Slow Tide Harbor.
Yeah, Slow Tide.
And I'm going to continue to peddle in all of the things that I peddle there. And you can arrest me now if you like. You will not get any more information about any of this. This is all of the information you're going to have. I am a man beating his dog because I want to. And sometimes, that's all the information you get.
I understand.
I hope you do. I truly hope you do. Shiba-san, I do have a little more respect for you after this conversation. But we will have to part here.
I understand.
I thank you for understanding.
Thank you for coming to meet with me.
I don't have any other choice. But it was enlightening nonetheless.
Indeed it was.
And she'll leave.
Have a nice night.
That was a good scene. I like that.
I don't know how to feel about what happened.
I don't know how you guys feel about what happened. I know how Tarek feels, though.
I do.
Tarek knows all of the subtext.
I do, especially with the Kasuga. I have a very intimate relationship with the Kasuga.
Like, I have, like, you know, I know the subtext is there. I'm just like, I need to read up on the clan's history.
My character would probably have had a much different reaction to that conversation.
You're
Even
under
if
arrest.
It was a lie.
Exactly. Did you just admit that you were about to go and do some crimes? Interesting.
Hey guys, let's go do crimes.
Yeah.
Hey, the fact that you didn't arrest her,
Says a lot.
yeah, probably makes her like you a lot, and is actually a step forward into that world. You can't.
Whether or not you want
candy.
to be
They're
in
not-
that world.
That last
They're
time,
not-
that candy just got to me.
Look. They're not gonna just let you in. That's not gonna happen. But they're
I'm
gonna
sure.
like prod at you now, maybe. Like maybe. Let's see.
Yeah,
I don't know. Is
some stuff
this a way in? Is this a way? Can we use this? You know. But oh yeah, if you arrested her and everything, like the
that would have been.
oh yeah, that would have been you would have been not part of any more underworld activity after that. But
Yeah.
she probably would get out of it, considering.
Yeah. Considering she's in a Kasuga,
Yeah.
she'd be out of jail in that same day.
Yes. She's like
And
a
then have
Batman
a grudge.
villain, okay? You can arrest them, they just break out.
I mean,
She might not even have she
basically
might not
their
even have
job
broken
is
out.
to do so-called illegal stuff.
To be honest, there may have been an Emerald Magistrate coming to you and being like, "Did you arrest the Kasuga?"
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Did you seriously? Well, she admitted to crimes.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, basically, I was required to, just for protocol.
Yeah.
Well, here's a tip. Don't talk to the Kasuga anymore.
Yeah.
Don't talk to him.
Just
Also,
don't.
you're demoted. Don't ask why.
Yeah, you're demoted. No more talking to Kasuga.
So my assumption is that basically the Kasuga clan like deals with the underground stuff as investigators, but also pretending to be part of them.
Nope.
Not really investigators.
Just
More
trade.
like they are the ones who ensure that the underworld kind of operates as intended.
Not actually, no. Their actual task is to monitor and nobody knows this in character, so don't take this.
Yeah.
You can read this in the book. So their actual task is to make sure that any Gaijin threats are assessed. And to they have thorough notes on all the Gaijin trade, all of that. So yes,
the way that they get those notes is by dealing with them.
Exactly. And it is against Imperial law to do that. And that's what they do.
Except that they're told they have to do that by Imperial law.
By the Emperor. So they can't tell anybody they're doing that, but that's what they're doing.
But because of that grand responsibility, and the fact that they do it so well, gives them a huge latitude to conduct whatever other kind of business they need to in order to continue that purpose. But put it this way, even the Scorpion would be envious of the things that the Kasuga are allowed to do.
Huh. Very enlightening information.
Well, you don't know it in character. Too bad.
Yeah.
It's super secret.
I mean, yeah, like, as a player.
Yeah.
Anyways,
the world lore is very interesting.
We're moving on to Tatsuo at the Mantis Clan house.
Your turn.
All right.
Tatsuo. Hitoshi comes to see you. Hey there, Tatsuo. Good evening, konbanwa.
Mm-hmm. Hey, buddy. Have you eaten your rice today?
Of course I've eaten my... Yes. I've eaten my rice. You eat your rice? Would you like to eat some more rice? We got some rice in the back.
I mean, it's getting kind of late. You might want to have dinner.
I'm perfectly sated right now, but I appreciate the offer.
We got some fresh fish. It's nice.
Sure. I wouldn't mind if you're offering.
Come on in.
Pretty fun, huh? All right. And I go ahead and head on in. I make small talk and banter about, last night, just saying, man, that arm wrestling challenge was one heck of a game, right?
I can't believe I won. It was very close. I didn't think I was. It was back and forth. So hey, you want to talk to Captain Eisen, right?
Yes. And I would like to speak with him a little formally about dealings with the Dragon Clan. I thought that
sure
probably make some exchanges.
Hey, Captain Eisen!
Now, out of character, does Captain Eisen have any connections with the daimyo of the Mantis Clan?
Yeah. Yoritomo-sama is here.
Ah, okay. So, I'll see.
Want to speak to Yoritomo-sama?
Do you I did this out of character. So.
Oh no! You don't know. You don't know if anybody's here. But Eisen will walk in and says, "Oh,
okay,
hey,
gotcha.
It's that monk." Yeah, I was expecting you. I got that letter.
Thank you for accepting the letter. I really appreciate it.
He's able. He gives himself a little piece of fish, and he's like, "Are you enjoying my fish?"
Certainly, I'm enjoying the fish.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that. He eats the fish. Yeah, it's we just probably just caught it. My boat's not in dock right now, but it comes back every so often with some more food. You know, the crane have food for us, but really, we have specific tastes in the Mantis clan.
That's perfectly understandable. Everyone has their own culture that they want to follow.
So, yeah, the dragon culture. What's going on there? What's happening?
I think the stream died, by the way.
Oh, did it again? Oh yeah, it's black. It's black again.
Well, like I did
Hold on,
see
guys.
see notification that it was saying that the stream for Zoom was kind of
No, stop.
Not
Everyone,
Zoom. Not Zoom.
Stop real quick. I'm going to reconfigure it.
Getting
there it is. We're back now.
Comments?
Oh
Sorry
yeah,
about
they were
that,
making fun
everybody.
of Josh, and they also made fun of me and my dipping the. What did he say? Oh snap! Kage's dipping his quill in Doji ink.
Not dipping your.
I would
wick.
love to hear the comments that they said about Josh, though.
Oh,
No,
really?
they were making fun of his inability to realize that what he was saying about Chagatai, and someone Garrick Hammer was saying that he was just having a lot of fun watching Inoue's situation play out.
Oh my god. I was like, Josh, what are you doing? Like, I was so riled up. I'm like, oh my god.
You and the Shiba have a tendency of finding themselves in really interesting situations.
I'm glad to entertain.
Yeah.
Is there room for anyone else?
Plenty. Take all kinds.
I wonder
I have
if
a
she's
huge
into
social circle.
Chagatai.
I take on all comers.
So, Eisen
Wink,
says,
wink, nudge, nudge.
Eisen says, let's talk about dragon culture. How are the dragon doing these years? We do some trading with them up there every once. Well, no, actually we don't. They don't have a coastline, now do they?
Oh. Sorry, I was like out of character. That kind of got me. I'm like, oops.
I've
Yeah,
never been to Dragonland. How is it?
Mountainous.
The best I can say is nearly up above the clouds at some points.
Oh, must be nice. That's where the kami live. That's where the fortunes are, right? Do y'all have dragons up there? Well, of course you have dragons. That's probably why you're called the Dragon Clan, right? Do you have tea with them?
Well, I don't think I've seen them myself personally, but I do, definitely interact with other Togashi.
Well, that's a shame, because I have tea with Orochi. Orochi, by the way, are sea serpents. They're basically sea dragons.
Oh.
Yeah, giant sea serpent.
You ever have tea with an Orochi?
No, but that sounds interesting.
Well,
Sounds
they have
terrifying.
terrible table manners, let me tell you, first off. They will not respect the culture. You just need to, like, toss the cup in their direction and hope it goes in.
Hopefully, they will enjoy the spices of life once they're finished with their meeting with you.
This monk, your friend really has a way with words, Hitoshi-san. Hitoshi-kun. Oh, he's a monk.
So yeah,
as Togashi, I'm just like reveling in the banter. I'm like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah, I see where you like them. So, no, seriously, how is Dragonlance?
Well, on a more serious note, there was talk about us going to Winter Court about receiving some support. Our clan actually has need of 10,000 koku's worth of rice.
Whoa! Hey! Wow, you just go right into it, don't you?
I tend to be a little blunt, but
10,000? Did you say 10,000?
Worth, yes, but
of what? Worth of what?
Rice. He said rice.
Koku's worth of rice.
You need rice.
Mm-hmm. But like in order to help also feed our peasants, we need around 30,000. But we are willing to make an exchange with any clan that is willing to assist us. For example, like
Let me stop you right there. Let me stop you right there.
Accept students to the mirror. Okay.
Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
Have you talked to any other clan about this?
So far, only some of the minor clans.
What makes you think minor clans have that much koku just lying around?
No. Well. Well, I wasn't thinking about the finances, but more or less the food supply.
I see you're desperate here. That your people need food.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a laughing matter. It's not a laughing matter at all. I respect your candor and the way that you come right out and say it. There's no beating around the bush here. You have a number in mind.
Mm-hmm.
You need that 30,000. You're willing to go to 10,000. Those are all of your cards.
Mm-hmm.
That's not something. If you went to the Crane like this, they'd have your eggs fried.
Oof.
They'd have your eggs fried. They would spin circles around you. They'd get you for all you're worth. The dragon, they need food. The mantis are merchants. We can get you that food. Not directly, but indirectly.
Okay.
The problem is what you're offering.
Mm-hmm.
You say that you can give like an internship, entrance to your schools. Is this an exchange of students, or we
can accept,
or we just have an invitation to come and learn your techniques?
You have an invitation to learn from both the Mirumoto school and the Kitsuki schools, and you also will be we can also spare a few Mirumoto trained Yojimbo and monks of the Togashi tattooed order to serve for court for a year.
That is a lot, actually. That is pretty good. How many people are we talking? How many students can we admit to your Kitsuki and Mirumoto schools?
Now, I haven't been provided any exact number. I was only told about this general information, but I can definitely discuss with my daimyo about the specifics on it if the offer is within your interest.
The offer is very much within my interest. Let's see here. Hold on.
And I do have to apologize with my forwardness. I don't understand the nuance of being sly with my words.
I don't believe we need your Togashi tattooed men running around our courts. That doesn't help us at all. We appreciate the offer.
Okay.
Our courts are no place for monks.
Understood.
But Mirumoto Dueling School, that definitely piques our interest. This is the legendary dueling schools of the Miyamoto.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, Hitoshi over here could use a few lessons in Ijitsu from masters.
All right.
So that's at least one student.
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure that our clan will be happy to welcome him within our schools.
That invitation does mean a lot. That doesn't mean you can that we just have money in liquid form here. We don't even have that much in rice. What we do have are silks.
Okay.
We can either give you an equal amount of money in silks, and you can use that to trade for food, or we can give you a lesser amount in food. It will come a little later as we trade our silks for rice. But either
actually,
way, we get the same amount of students in your courses.
Mm-hmm. That doesn't sound like a bad. Sorry, I'm trying to find the words here. That doesn't sound like a bad offer.
So, how much does it cost for one student in your course?
Once more, I would have to discuss with my daimyo about it.
You should have discussed it before. I'm talking to you now. So, what is a course worth in the Kitsuki school? What is a course worth in the Miyamoto school? 2,000? 5,000? Is it 10,000 for a student? What are we looking at here? Where do you put that?
Can I call time out?
Sure. You can make die rolls to figure this out if you want.
Okay.
You have the ability. You have knowledges your character has that you perhaps do not. You can roll.
Yeah.
Make rolls. You can make government or culture rolls.
I'll definitely do that. And I will also definitely spend a void point. Now, I'm assuming that this is also going to be a culture roll.
It can
Probably
be culture or government.
Or government.
Yeah, I have no skills in government, but I do have like one rank in culture, and I could do a recall.
Also, actually, commerce will give you the most accurate result.
Ah, shucks, and I got no skill rank in commerce. I have it in labor, but shoot.
Yeah, commerce is not a skill for samurai, but then again, you're not a samurai, so well, you are a samurai, but you're not like.
Though I should have at least learned a little more commerce. So that's my fault as the player for letting that happen.
So you can go ahead and make your culture roll if you like.
Okay, and I will do let's see, a ring roll, or excuse me, I will do an earth roll or earth approach, and with the void, it'll give me an extra ring die. Ooh, hopefully it'll be as good as the last one. Oh, thank God. Thank freaking Christ.
Wow, look at that.
I am keeping all of them.
Sure.
And I will also re-roll that ring die and keep that one as well.
Okay. So, this is a negotiation. Culturally, this is a negotiation. You want to lowball him? Or, I'm sorry, you want to highball him.
Okay.
So, like, you can say, I need 10,000. So, I can let in when you are in need of Isazumi. Not Isazumi, Nitten style. Pardon me.
Nitten?
Yeah, that's the Miyamoto dueling school, the Nitten style of dueling.
Uh-huh.
You are in need of Iijitsu. We can supply that. So, 10,000 for a student sounds reasonable to me. Mm-hmm. And that would be like a starting bid. Or mind you, you could be a little more respectful about it. You could be like, well, we can admit 2 students. That's 5,000 apiece. This is a fair offer, I think.
Yeah, like I was thinking that as well, because like I want to make it fair, for the Mantis clan, because I understand, they just got to, like, probably a bigger stature within the Empire's ranks, but they were a relatively minor clan previously.
That said,
I'm keeping that in mind as well.
You're also aware of another negotiation point. They said they don't have rice. They have silk.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure that my clan will be able to exchange that silk for food instead.
Okay,
so there's a bit of commerce going on there that I'm willing to accept.
Like maybe with the crane.
Yeah, like basically, selling the silk to the crane.
So here's the thing. That responsibility now is on you to do it. They said if it's on them to do it, there is that the amount that they could give would be lower, but they expect the same amount of students to be part of the program.
All right, like I will definitely search out for someone. Now,
so
I'm talking.
So basically, that is a point of negotiation. So you can negotiate there, and you can negotiate on number of students involved. So.
Okay, so I'm willing. As the player character, I'm willing to go out of my way to find someone within the Dragon Clan to take on the help. Take on the task of selling the silks to whomever is interested. Take on the commerce role of that exchange.
So, let's go back to the conversation.
Okay.
He says, how much is an invitation to one of your schools worth?
So, I would believe that 5,000 koku per student would be fair.
So that would only give us 2 students.
Currently...
That's 1 for each school. That's only 1 duelist and 1 investigator.
Mm-hmm.
I would like 2 in each.
2 in each.
That way, if anything happens to one of our duelists or one of our investigators, we have a backup. We have another person able to do those types of things.
I am willing to work with that arrangement.
I have one other request.
Certainly. I'm willing to listen.
The Kitsuki are your courtiers.
Mm-hmm.
They are skilled in poetry. I would like a poet of the Dragon Clan to come tutor one of my students tomorrow morning before the poetry competition.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, I will definitely make arrangements.
Deal.
All right. So, shake hands.
That's not how it works. that's a different
shake
culture.
Shake hands.
Yeah, I'm gonna spit in my hand and then shake his.
Gross.
We'll have the silks delivered as soon as the boat returns.
All right.
These are fine silks
each other's faces.
of the utmost quality.
All right.
I will give you a ledger with the description. Actually, hey, get my ledger. Mm-hmm. And a servant comes up and gives him a scroll. He hands it to you and says, "These are now yours. They're on my ship currently, which is out at sea. But I am owed. These are owed to you. Do not lose this ledger, because then whoever gives me this ledger owns these silks." So he will open the scroll. he will write a note in it signing the things over to Togashi Tatsuo and stamp it with his chop. The bearer of this ledger can be transferred from Togashi Tatsuo to any other person. Be careful with this, because if I see somebody else's signature on it and yours, giving it over to them, because you can transfer this to whomever you like. But this is Winter Court, Monk-san. Do I make myself clear?
This to my daimyo.
Huh?
I will be sure to provide this to my daimyo.
Your daimyo can't use this. Well, he could, if he wanted the silks. Well, we'll see. You can give it to whomever you like. It's up to you. But don't lose this. This is Winter Court.
I will be sure to keep this secure.
Right.
On my way back to the Dragon household.
You do know that there are people with all sorts of skills here, and he gives it to you.
All right, and I will secure the document as best as I can.
Right. In my belly band it goes. Bloop. Very well. I will expect the invitations in the morning with the Kasuki.
All right, I will definitely make sure to inform someone within the Dragon household about this.
All right. Well, you don't have to go now. There's fish on the table. There's sake. Enjoy yourself.
Certainly,
hey, we should celebrate we should celebrate our deal with a toast.
All right. I'm more than happy to do so. And I will celebrate with them. And, before the scene ends, if we do cut to me going back to the household, I definitely want to make sure that, someone of importance within the Dragon Clan gets this document and I relay that information to them. Because I do not want to screw this up.
Let's go back to the Dragon Clan, because you got to go back there and relay the information. So you're back at the House of the Dragon.
Dude, you should have been like, if I'm giving you all these breaks, you gotta tutor me in archery.
You coulda, but you didn't. Whoops. Sorry about that, everybody. Sorry.
No worries. But I do believe that I established at least a bridge between the Dragon Clan and the Mantis Clan as well. So at least we'll probably have better talks in the future from this point forward. That's also kind of what I was looking at the bigger picture too. For that.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I'm gonna be up here on my mic from now on. How's that sound? Much deeper, much better.
Buttery, silky, smooth.
Sounds smooth, like a late night DJ.
I want a croissant now.
Chewie says, Izan is gonna steal it back. Where is it? Where'd it go? No.
I hope not. I hope he's a little more honest.
Oh no! Somebody's picked my loincloth.
Oh god. I know I shouldn't have kept it in there.
Like ladies who keep their money in their bra.
Yeah. Oh my god. I worked with people, especially middle-aged lady when I was doing caricatures at what was it, at flea markets, and this one lady who let me work with her in her spot, I gave her my half of the rent essentially, and she just opens up her shirt and just tucks it right in there. I'm like, oh.
Well, what are you gonna do, man? We guys can do such a thing. You could stick that ledger right in your butt crack. It's nature's pocket.
True.
I was told by Futurama.
Yeah. How you warm your hands when you're in the polar ice caps.
Exactly.
Penguins.
You can crush my body, but you can't crush my spirit. My spirit.
Also, if you didn't know, the way to save space penguins is by murdering them.
I demand a satanic funeral.
That show's the best.
Oh god, I love Futurama.
Not today, Satan.
Well, anyways.
Okay. back to Dragon.
You go back to the dragons. You see Togashi Mitsu. Tatsuo, how can I help you? You need to talk to somebody?
Yes, I have spoken with what is Aizen's rank? Like, I know he's a captain of his own ship, but
He's a captain.
Mm-hmm.
Just a captain.
He's captain.
A Mantis ship captain.
So I just recently did some negotiations with Mantis Clan captain, Captain Aizen, and I discussed with him about the needs of our clan's needs, and I believe I have struck a agreement with him.
Oh, that's interesting. What made you go to the Mantis with this?
Because I do have a connection to the Mantis clan, and I also understand that they are seafarers, and they might be able to help with our food situation.
That's good thinking. So, did they?
Yes, I believe so. We were able to secure about 10,000 koku worth in silks that we can trade, and I have this ledger.
You can't use silks.
But we can trade the silk.
I'm not a trader. We don't have traders. For that big of a trade, that kind of thing has to be done here at Winter Court. So I got a new job for you.
All right.
I need you
talk to the water birdies.
I need you to trade those silks for food.
Certainly.
All right, and hopefully an equal amount. Get as much as you can. So what do we owe the Mantis?
So I made an agreement that with them to open up 4 slots in our schools, 2 for the Miramoto and 2 for the Kitsuki schools, at 2,500 koku per student.
Right. That's a lot of students learning our techniques. Well, what's done is done. We don't want our people starving, so good work.
Thank you, Mitsu-san. I definitely appreciate it.
Can we trust the Mantis with these secrets, you think? They don't have the most stellar reputation of honor.
Well, I prefer not to judge individuals through their clan, but
that is something good to stand by, yes, but we're not dealing with individuals, we're dealing with clans. You may have dealt with Aizen, and he may be above board, and you may trust him, but he reports to somebody else. We are giving invitations, and those invitations go to the clan, and they can use those invitations how they wish. So,
though I do believe at least one of the invitations will go to my friend who was the first Mantis I've met, Hitoshi, who is interested in learning the Miramoto style, and I do believe that extending our hand in trade could establish further
Togashi-san,
further connections with them in the future.
Togashi-san.
Yes, Mitsu-san?
Hey, you weren't giving a favor to your friend, were you?
No.
You didn't want him in Dragonland so you could be closer to your friend. Okay.
I just want to extend an invitation.
All right. Well, Good. We need the food. But also we need that food. So
certainly.
Get to that.
Anyone who's around that's well versed in commerce that I could probably learn from?
He basically just told you there was not.
It's your responsibility. Go do it. You're our commerce guy now. Would you like we'll get you a pin.
No pin necessary, Mitsu-san.
Okay.
Do you have any more experience points?
I'll let everybody know that you're our commerce guy.
Uh-oh. All right. Well, I got the experience points to put into commerce now, so I know what I'm doing by the end of this session.
Look at it as like a little promotion.
Yeah.
Really?
He's like, you're now head of trade.
You're head of trade. In fact, give yourself 5 points of status.
Nice.
Okay. So now I'm at 35. It actually
Sorry about that. The sound went out. I apologize for anyone.
What you were supposed to do is send a Kitsuki tutor to the Mantis clan to help with the poetry competition.
Yes. You got it?
Yes, and I gotta make sure that I save it. Alright, it's saved and secure.
Okay, nobody else did anything that needs to be done. Okay, I hope the sound wasn't out for too long. I apologize for that. I'll have to check that on the playback. Good darn it. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll be back hopefully next Saturday. I appreciate all of the views. If you watched this video all the way through, you obviously liked it, so give us a like. To make sure you don't miss one of our live streams, hit the bell, because we schedule these. I try to schedule these at a standard time, which is every Saturday at what is it?
Well, it's 5 Alaskan.
It's 5 Alaskan, so it's like 6 o'clock.
6 Pacific.
6 Pacific. So yeah, 6 Pacific time.
7 Mountain, 8
Central.
Central, 9 Eastern.
That's when we try.
4
we really
Hawaiian.
Try. When Matt remembers to be here on time.
Basically.
Make that a schedule.
I was out on a walk and I was like, just
social distance. Never mind.
Put an alarm on your phone.
Anyways, goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good
Watch
one.
us goof up more next week.